yes, you read the title right. I am properly injured.
If you wanna hit the road, then let's go then. Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. We'll go then, baby, we'll go then. Yeah, about to see it shine.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna drive down to LA, and so I'm gonna wake up in Malibu on my birthday. That's my goal. Okay, to be real with you guys, I'm not gonna say it's clickbait, because it's not clickbait. I haven't run for the past like 4 days, but today I did run 9 miles without pain, which, I mean, I'm really sore, like my calves are really sore, but let me kind of explain this entire predicament. Okay, so here's the tea. There's a lot of reflection on these glasses and my facial hairs, but basically, last week I headed to Oregon. Oregon. Whatever you want to call it. It's a beautiful state that lies a little bit above California and a little bit below Washington. It's a wonderful place, and honestly, it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. In fall, like, it just looks amazing. But there was a big problem. When I was running on Pre's trail, it's a little bit soft, a little bit squishy, and my calves are really weak. And so the problem that this caused is that it kind of over fatigued my calves and caused me to do a little bit of damage. Like, I don't exactly know what's happening, but my soleus is causing some pain that's radiating around. And this has happened before. It's not the first time this happened, but it's one of those baby injuries. It's one of those things that reminds you where you're at and kind of just puts everything in perspective. Also, if you're wondering why the van's so messy, I don't know if you can tell, the van is so messy right now, but it's all because we have a huge snowstorm going on here in Colorado. Let me show you real quick. Okay, so out there, it is super duper snowy. It's everywhere. And so that's made my van really, really messy. Cold. Okay, we're here with Coach Drew, or just Drew Hunter, whatever you want to say. So Drew, how are you feeling about the injury? Do you think it's gonna impact anything? Are you worried? What's happening with it? Okay.
Like yours or mine?
Okay, well, we can talk about both. Okay, so let's go with yours first, and then we'll go into mine.
Well, I feel like I've done everything I can for my injury at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess the only thing that I'm thinking about is just resting.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I feel like the one thing that I didn't do.
The last resort.
Yeah. Been eating healthy, been, cross training, been doing
eggs.
everything. Yeah, no eggs, cutting out the eggs. And,
we have the chef.
Don't you dare put this on.
That's my favorite line to put in the vlog.
just being in the boot and chilling.
Super fun.
Do. Yeah.
And then how do you feel about my baby injury?
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing is like with yours is it's something that you already feel better with. So I think like when you have something like that, the most important thing is just to like maintain your fitness as well as you can. So get in the pool, get on the elliptical, whatever it is. And sometimes I think having a few days doing that almost like lets your body come back down, and then you can like rise to a higher level after like cross training.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen that in my own running, and I've seen it with my teammates. It's like sometimes just letting everything chill, and then like you can get to a taller peak after that.
So I have decided to dedicate this episode to a bit of a Q&A on the 219 project, because there have been a lot of questions being asked, and I decided to just put out a little poll on my Instagram and to answer you guys' questions, because I feel like a lot of people are wondering about the 219 project, like what's happening, what is he doing, I don't know, a lot of people are wondering about it. And of course, I have a lot of answers, and of course this week we didn't do a workout, and so there's not too much to cover this week besides the fact that I went to Oregon. So we're gonna try and quickly roll through as many as possible. The only thing is, if you ever want to ask me a question on one of these polls, I always put them up on my Instagram stories, so be sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to catch one of these. But basically, the first question is, we all hope you'll make it. Thank you so much. Where will you attempt your 219 marathon? Well, I'm running CIM, which is the California International Marathon, which is held in Sacramento on December 8th, which I'm super excited about. It's my big event. It's my big day. Are you frightened about injuries? I am not frightened about injuries. Honestly, this is just a small hiccup. I've cross-trained through it. It's not a big deal. Taking a couple days off has honestly been better for me mentally than anything else. Just having a good reset is always a good thing. And you know, it's not serious injuries, so I'm not too worried. It's just a small little thing you have to come into with the sport. Yeah, so coach and athlete, we both are kind of on that injury train, but I mean, it's okay. It happens.
It's part of the sport. You gotta, you know, talk to almost every like Olympic runner. Someone's had a setback, and I think you just learn so much about yourself, your body, how much you love running, everything. So.
I feel like it was just like such a reminder of like where I'm at. I was like, crap, like I'm actually in a good place. Like I feel like even though I do have to take some time down, it's like reflection time. It's time to like get back into it.
And remember, like, you know, think of all the money in the bank, as I like to say. Like you had before, like you've been, you know, having great workouts. You're training at altitude. You're doing everything right. So to have a few days easy, honestly, is sometimes a blessing. Is the training easier or harder from what you expected? Honestly, it's equal to what I expected. I knew I'd be running a lot. I knew I'd be doing a lot. I thought the workouts would be all right. And you know, so far everything's been pretty good. I haven't gotten to the marathon specific workouts. That would have come this week, but I obviously had that little hiccup. It's not even an injury. Like I don't even want to call it. It's just a hiccup. So it's about what I expected. A lot of miles, a lot of running, a lot of time on feet, and it's just fun for me. I love miles. So if you sold some merch that said 219 Project, I'd 100% buy it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, merch is coming, but I'm working really hard to make it perfect. The problem for me is that I keep having things that are good, and I don't want to produce something that's good. I want to produce something that's great, and I just actually got off a call with a guy. I'm not gonna name him yet. I mean, I'll announce it more later, but we are working on a really, really elite merch collection. It should be very supreme, like the highest quality you're gonna come across. So it's not even merch, it's a brand, it's more than that. After the 219 Project, will you do more marathons? If so, what times do you want to run? I probably won't do another marathon after CIM unless I make the trials. I am hoping to make the trials. I believe I'll make the trials, but I won't do another marathon after that. Like, there's no purpose for me. I'll probably just roll into track season, try to get as much out of myself. I'm gonna try and break 14 during the track season, which is another ambitious goal, but I honestly feel like if I stayed in college, I was gonna hope to break 14 or 14:10, and so why not, well, out of college, try and do even better than I would have expected to do then, which is always how I like to go about things.
Elijah.
This is the world's greatest triathlete in front of us.
Not even close. Look at his arms, dude. Look at those things.
His name is Armstrong, and Morgan enjoys that because his arms are super strong.
He's kind of a hunk, too.
He's kind of a hunk.
This guy's gonna see this video and be like, hate me.
This is your treat of Morgan Pearson for the day.
I got a shout out of Athlete Special.
But anyway, the whole reason this whole thing started was one of his friends, Morgan Pearson. He DM'd me a few weeks ago saying Drew was a little bit of a fan. He wanted me to get him a sweatshirt, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not sure if it's a joke or not, but he's getting his sweatshirt either way.
Athlete Special. Yeah. I'll say this. The sweatshirt was not a joke. Drew actually watches it. There he is.
Does he really?
Talking to a girl.
Girl, dude. Girl.
The future.
Aw. Why are you doing this marathon at this point in life? That's honestly a good question. I kind of just slurred all my words together. I'm choosing to do it at this point in my life because I think it'd be an interesting time to test where I'm at. I think personally at some point in my life I'll be really good at the marathon. I've always been naturally good at just running really long distances. And so I thought just naturally I was leaning into it. It would be fun. Guys, by the way, I just love y'all. Like, this is amazing. I put this out on my Instagram like 2 minutes ago, and I've gotten so many responses. Like, it's amazing that you guys can just be able to reach me so easily and like us be able to communicate in this way. Like, I kind of just appreciate this, and I appreciate this episode a lot, just being able to do this, because it's like, I don't know, I kind of like Q&As. Like, it's a good way to connect together on a project that is like so communal, you know? Like, we're working for this goal, and I think we're gonna achieve it, you know? 219. So that's about it. Most of the questions seem to get a little bit redundant at this point. but I've enjoyed answering these questions. That was kind of fun. Okay, but before this shorter Q&A episode is over, I need to show you a pretty fun package that I got in the mail. So prepare yourself. Hydrogel Sports Fuel Mix Box contains the next generation of sports fuels based on hydrogel technology. Morton. So basically, Morton, I believe that's how you pronounce it, sent me out a bottle and a ton of packets of hydrogel sports mix, and then also some gel 100s. No gel cap, but a bunch of gels and stuff, which is amazing. And as I was saying in the previous episode, this is what I'm gonna be using to fuel during the marathon. So it's pretty sick that they sent me out some of this stuff. This stuff is not cheap, but it is the best in the game. So, you know, it's worth the price tag. And this is what I'll be using on race day, so. But that's about it for this week of the 219 Project. This episode concludes on a very wholesome note. We had a nice little Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I felt like it was a good way for us to bond, a good way for us to answer some of your questions. But guys, have an amazing day, and as usual, live happy and be healthy, and I will see you later. Bye.